So what I want to talk about today is whenever you're transferring from a school like middle to high school or high school to college, most of your friends end up not quite being as good of friends as they used to be. Like you could have a best friend right now in high school, and when you graduate high school, then you could like talk to them maybe once a year, once a month, or something along those lines. You slowly drift apart, which can get really, really lonely and sad, and that's basically what's been basically everyone's experienced this. Even if you moved countries, moved states, moved just went from high school to college, went from middle school to high school, as I mentioned. You can also like feel that, especially college to, sorry, high school to college, because everyone goes on different paths. And sometimes those paths aren't the ones that you take. That kind of sucks. But remember, there's always something new to see after that. But I have no experience in moving countries, moving states, or anything like that. I only have experience from moving from high school, college, and middle school, high school, and all of that. So what I actually wanted to talk about was actually South Park. Um, Stan on the "You're Getting Old" episode was really, really kind of showed him more as depressed in kind of a funny way, showing shit everywhere. But in reality, once you get older, everything does kind of feel like that. Like all the stuff you used to like, you don't like as much anymore, or you don't. Once you're in that kind of stage, you don't really like anything because there's not. It doesn't feel like there's a point. And what I was gonna review was the actually the next episode in the series or in the sequence saying called Aspergers, which is just it's a kind of funny way of putting it because in this one the stand is still seeing shit as the world, and they have a disease called Asperger's, which so Asperger's in definition is a developmental disorder affecting ability to effectively socialize and communicate. Which, yeah, I can definitely kind of see what they're going with that. I mean, they're making fun of it, of course, but I can see where they're going with it, saying Asperger's is this disease that makes you unsociable and really just not in your right mindset, which is true, it is a true disease. Obviously, it's not the way that they're putting it. But in Stan's speech at the end of the episode, he says, I don't want everything to go back to the way it was. I don't. You are right, Kyle. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to take a big left turn. I've been resisting it, but I'm ready now. I want you to stay with Cartman Burger, dude. It's okay. You're gonna do this, and I'm gonna do my thing, and my mom and dad aren't getting back together. But you know what? It's okay. In fact, it's better. Change is gonna bring new things to all of us. Where will Cartman Burger go from here? That'll be cool to see, and it opens me up to a whole new adventure, exploring new relationships with all new people in town. Maybe this kid will become my new best friend, and he points to a kid, or maybe this kid will, and he points to another kid. But what's interesting about that is if you think about it that way, because I've been honestly in that feeling of where, oh, well, shit, everything kind of sucks because I can't talk, or I haven't been talking to some of my friends, and they aren't, they are honestly, I don't know, I don't know if I'll be talking to them for a little while. But what this says in the speech is Stan basically puts it in a way, or the writers, whatever you want to call them, they they put it in a way of, hey, it sucks now, but you'll learn new things. You'll meet new people. You'll find new areas. You might not always want to do that, but it's a necessity of life, and it's something to be excited about. It's not something to be depressed about. It kind of it sucks now, but it gets better. Is basically what it's saying. The end of the episode shows the mom and dad coming back and all that stuff, and it sucks for Stan when all of his life, his previous parts of life comes together. I get that what they're saying there is, what would you do if you everything just sucked and everyone just left? Well, at the end of the day, after everyone just left, after everyone leaves, or if you lose a friend or you leave a friend, and sometimes it happens and it really sucks. But at the end of the day, you get to meet new people and you get to see new things. And that is something to be truly excited about, just like the show says. And I never thought I would say something about that with the South Park show or any adult cartoon, but they have a point in saying that, because at ultimately you get new friends, you meet new people, and sometimes you reunite with your old friends and stick with them. But if that's not happening right now, that doesn't mean it will never happen. It means that it will happen eventually. And you will have more friends and you will meet new people, even if you don't think so. It truly will happen.